but I'm honored to be here today, and I hope that I'm representing all of our graduate students here when I share a few thoughts about what it's meant to me to be part of the SAFS community. So I actually defended my dissertation just last week, and so as I've been thinking about this graduate talk, I've also been thinking about my research. So I study oysters and how they're influenced by their environment. So basically you could say that I study nature versus nurture, but for oysters. And that's led me to think about the roles of nature and nurture in my own experiences here at the graduate school. Because we've all entered the program with our unique natures. So our academic records, our research interests, and our personalities. But I don't think we can overlook the importance of our environment and how it's shaped us as scientists. And I can definitely say that for me personally, I wouldn't have been able to predict any of my accomplishments based on my nature alone. And so I'm really glad that I've been supported here by the environment at SAFS. So one way that SAFS has influenced me is through exposure to challenging situations. So you could also call this what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's an important concept in biology, like when we get a flu shot to keep us from getting sick, but it's also an important concept here at SAFS. Where exposure to challenging situations and also exposure to failure actually makes us better, more equipped scientists. For example, honestly never been very comfortable at speaking in public, but 2 months into my graduate degree, my advisor, Stephen Roberts, strongly encouraged me to give a talk at our graduate student symposium. So this is something that I never would have exposed myself to on my own, but like a flu shot, it came with many valuable benefits. So since that first exposure, I've traveled to a number of cities in the US. I've traveled to Spain and Norway presenting my research. So and all of these are incredible opportunities to get valuable feedback, you build new contacts, learn about new methods, and you get to travel to new cities. So it's not just Stephen that I need to thank for the strong encouragement, but also the UW Grad School and SAFS who provide travel funding for us students to be able to attend these conferences. Another aspect of my environment here at SAFS that's benefited me is actually exposure to failure. I've put a lot of effort into experiments that haven't worked as planned, or I've not gotten the results that I expected to. The fact of the matter is, though, these experiences aren't necessarily failures because I've learned so much from them. It's part of what grad school and science is all about. And I'd like to again thank my advisor and my committee for giving me the time and support to have these experiences in a way that doesn't feel like failure, to make room for new opportunities that I'm now more equipped to handle as I leave graduate school. I've also had the wonderful opportunity to be able to share what I've learned about these experiences with the undergraduates here at SAFS. So back when I was in college, all of our labs had predetermined outcomes. So this is actually not how science works ever. You don't get to know the results of your experiment before it's done, and oftentimes they don't come out the way you expected them to. So during my time here, I've been able to TA for classes like integrative environmental physiology, where students come up with their own experiments, they do their own hypotheses, and oftentimes, as is the case with science, their results don't turn out the way they expected to. Typically, a student's first response to this is disappointment, because they don't think they got the right answer. But really the best part for me afterwards is to see how they get to question their approaches, how they get to interpret what their results really mean, even when they're negative results, and also to use that information to come up with their next experiment. Because I learned so much from these experiences as well about what it means to be a scientist. And I just want to say thanks to the undergraduates, and also congratulations on your accomplishments today as well. The other major aspect of the environment that shaped me has been the support of the whole SAFS community. Like ants and bees and meerkats, we do better in a group than we do on our own. If it weren't for our advisors, committees, lab mates, and other graduate students, we wouldn't be nearly as motivated, challenged, or inspired. I'd also like to particularly thank my lab, the Roberts Lab, for keeping me balanced through grad school. So whether it's grabbing a beer on a Friday afternoon, or throwing totally epic dance parties in FTR, it's been wonderful to balance all this hard work. And finally, I know I speak for all of us when I say it's not just our school and the university who have provided us with support. All of us are grateful for family and friends who are here today, who have been there for us all along the way. I particularly want to thank my mom for all her support, and not just moral support. My mom literally helped me shuck and sample over 500 oysters in the middle of the night, in the middle of the winter, to help me with my research. And so because of this, my mom proudly proclaims herself to be the mother shucker. She has a t-shirt that says this, and so as a token of gratitude today, here is her t-shirt. On behalf of all of us who have our mother shuckers here today, parents, siblings, friends, and significant others, thank you guys for your love and support. We couldn't have done it without you.